In-depth review of trade knowledge for Metal Fabricator Red Seal License, 437A, Exam Preparation Course 1. Course Description. The in-depth review of trade knowledge for Metal Fabricator Red Seal License, 437A, Exam Preparation course is specifically designed to help individuals prepare for the Metal Fabricator Red Seal License exam. This comprehensive course offers an in-depth review of the fundamental trade knowledge and practical skills required to succeed on the exam, covering various aspects of metal fabrication, welding techniques, blueprint reading, and industry standards. By completing this course, participants will have acquired the necessary knowledge and skills to confidently sit for the exam and obtain their Metal Fabricator Red Seal license. Module A. Common Occupational Skills, 24% share of exam questions. A. Safety Practices. 1. Adherence to safety protocols, procedures, and regulations in the metal fabrication industry. 2. Proper use of personal protective equipment, PPE, to ensure worker safety. 3. Identifying and mitigating potential hazards in the workplace to prevent accidents. 4. Knowledge of emergency response protocols in case of incidents or injuries. B. Communication skills. 1. Effective communication with team members, colleagues, and supervisors. 2. Interpretation and understanding of technical drawings, blueprints, and work instructions. 3. Clear and concise verbal and written communication for project coordination. 4. Collaboration with other tradespeople and professionals on the job site. C. Tools and equipment usage. 1. Proficiency in operating metal fabrication tools and machinery such as saws, drills, and presses. 2. Understanding of tooling selection and usage for cutting, bending, shaping, and welding processes. 3. Proper maintenance and care of tools and equipment for optimal performance. 4. Selection and use of the appropriate tools for specific fabrication tasks. D. Blueprint reading and interpretation. 1. Interpretation of technical drawings, blueprints, and schematics in metal fabrication projects. 2. Identification of key features, dimensions, tolerances, and material callouts on blueprints. 3. Understanding of geometric dimensioning and tolerancing, GD&T, symbols. 4. Application of blueprint reading skills in planning and executing fabrication tasks. E. Mathematics and measurement. 1. Understanding of mathematical concepts such as geometry, trigonometry, and measurements. 2. Precision in measuring dimensions, angles, and tolerances for accurate fabrication. 3. Calculations for material quantities, layout, part dimensions, and welding parameters. 4. Knowledge of mathematical formulas for material weight, bending radius, and intersecting angles. F. Topics for thorough discussion. 1. Performs safety-related functions. 2. Maintains a safe work environment. 3. Uses personal protective equipment, PPE, and safety equipment. 4. Maintains hand, power, layout, and measuring tools and equipment. 5. Maintains stationary machinery. 6. Maintains cutting and welding equipment. 7. Uses access equipment. 8. Organizes work. 9. Interprets plans, drawings and specifications. 10. Communicates with others. 11. Organizes project tasks. 12. Performs quality assurance throughout fabrication and assembly process. 13. Performs visual inspections. 14. Verifies measurements, welds, and layout. 15. Tracks materials and parts for traceability. 16. Organize material. 17. Determines weights. 18. Applies rigging practices. 19. Operates material handling equipment. Module B. Fabrication of components, 44% share of exam questions. A. Material selection and preparation. 1. Understanding different types of metals and alloys used in fabrication. 2. Selection of materials based on project requirements, strength, and corrosion resistance. 3. Identifying material properties and characteristics for specific fabrication tasks. 4. Proper preparation of materials through cutting, shaping, and surface cleaning. B. Cutting and shaping techniques. 1. Mastery of cutting processes such as shearing, sawing, plasma cutting, and laser cutting. 2. Shaping techniques include bending, rolling, forming, and shaping metal components. 3. Use of cutting and shaping tools such as saws, brakes, presses, and roll formers. 4. Achieving precise dimensions, angles, and profiles in fabricated components. C. Joints and welding processes. 1. Knowledge of different joint configurations, welding positions, and techniques. 2. Welding processes such as MIG, TIG, stick welding, and oxyacetylene welding. 3. Proper setup, welding parameters, and sequence for creating strong and durable weld joints. 4. Inspection, testing, and quality control of welded components for integrity and strength. D. Assembly and finishing. 1. Assembly techniques for joining fabricated components into complex structures or assemblies. 2. Securing and fastening components using bolts, rivets, screws, or adhesive bonding. 3. Finishing processes such as grinding, deburring, and polishing for smooth surfaces. 4. Application of coatings, paints, or finishes for protection, aesthetics, and corrosion resistance. E. Inspection, testing, and quality control. 1. Conducting inspections of fabricated components for conformity to specifications and standards. 2. Performing non-destructive testing, NDT, methods to assess weld quality and integrity. 3. Quality control measures to ensure dimensional accuracy, strength, and functionality of components. 4. Documentation of inspection results, testing procedures, and quality assurance records in fabrication projects. F. Topics for thorough discussion. 1. Performs layout. 2. Performs pattern development. 3. Calculates material allowances for various processes. 4. Determines dimensions. 5. Transfers dimensions. 6. Makes templates. 7. Cuts material using manual plasma cutting equipment. 8. Cuts material using manual oxy-fuel cutting equipment. 9. Cuts material using shears. 10. Cuts material using saws. 11. Cuts material using ironworkers. 12. Cuts material using computer numerically controlled, CNC, equipment. 13. Drill holes. 14. Cuts threads. 15. Prepares joints. 16. Forms material using plate rollers. 17. Forms material using shape rollers. 18. Forms material using conventional and computer numerical controlled, CNC, press brakes. 19. Forms material using benders. 20. Applies heat for forming. Module C. Assembly of components, 32% share of exam questions. A. Component preparation. 1. Understanding of assembly drawings, schematics, and instructions for component assembly. 2. Identification and selection of components, parts, and materials for the assembly process. 3. Inspection and verification of component dimensions, tolerances, and specifications. 4. Preparation of components through cleaning, deburring, and treatment processes. B. Assembly techniques. 1. Mastery of assembly techniques such as fitting, fastening, and joining components. 2. Alignment and positioning of parts for proper fitting and assembly. 3. Skills in using hand tools, power tools, and fixtures for efficient assembly. 4. Knowledge of assembly sequences, procedures, and best practices for different components. C. Fastening and joining methods. 1. Selection and application of fastening methods such as bolts, screws, rivets, and adhesive bonding. 2. Proper use of mechanical fasteners, nuts, washers, and lock washers for secure connections. 3. Understanding of welding, soldering, and brazing techniques for joining metal components. 4. Use of threaded inserts, and helicoids for creating strong and durable connections. D. Mechanisms and systems assembly. 1. Assembly of mechanical, electrical, and hydraulic systems and subcomponents. 2. Integration of moving parts, gears, bearings, and actuators in mechanical assemblies. 3. Electrical wiring, harness assembly, and connection of components in electrical systems. 4. Installation of hydraulic components, hoses, fittings, and cylinders in hydraulic systems. E. Quality control and testing. 1. Inspection of assembled components for proper alignment, fit, and functionality. 2. Testing and verification of assembly functionality, movement, and operation. 3. Implementation of quality control measures to ensure components meet specifications. 4. Documentation and recording of assembly procedures, tests, and quality assurance checks. F. Topics for thorough discussion. 1. Assembles jigs. 2. Determines proper sequence for assembly. 3. Assembles subcomponents and components. 4. Sets fabricated components in place. 5. Fastens components on site. 6. Performs welding activities. 7. Applies heat before tack welding. 8. Performs tack welding. 9. Minimizes welding distortions. 10. Applies welding processes. 11. Corrects welding distortions. 12. Completes project. 13. Determine finishing process. 14. Prepares material for finishing. In the upcoming video series, we are dedicated to delivering in-depth and comprehensive discussions on a wide range of topics from each module outlined above. These discussions are meticulously curated to enhance your understanding of crucial elements within the metal fabricator trade, offering you the opportunity to reinforce your knowledge base. Our goal is to equip you with the necessary tools and insights to not only review but also strengthen your skills, thereby increasing your chances of successfully passing the Metal Fabricator Red Seal 437A exam.